The jury in Donald Trump's historic hush money criminal trial has begun weighing the charges against the former president. Our North America Bureau Chief Jade McMillan joins us from outside court in New York City, from where the jury is currently deliberating. Jade, where do those deliberations stand so far?
Well, Michael, the jury has just been dismissed for the day after deliberating for more than 4 hours. It means that we will not have a verdict on this first day of deliberations. The day started with the judge giving the jurors a set of instructions. This is a standard part of a criminal trial. He reminded them that they could not take their personal views of Donald Trump into account as they weighed these 34 charges against him, 34 counts of falsifying business records. And the judge also spoke about the prosecution's star witness, Michael Cohen. He said that under the law, Michael Cohen, who was Mr. Trump's former lawyer and fixer, that he would be considered an accessory. And so he said that the jury couldn't convict Donald Trump on his testimony alone. Remember, he told the court that he was instructed by Donald Trump to pay the porn star Stormy Daniels to buy her silence about an alleged sexual encounter before the 2016 election, and Michael Cohen said that that money was then repaid to him but disguised as legal fees. The judge said that the jury couldn't convict Donald Trump on that testimony alone, that it would have to be backed up by other evidence they heard. So no verdict on day one. We all come back tomorrow.
So what's at stake here for the former president, Jade?
Well, there's an enormous amount at stake. Each of these charges of falsifying business records comes with a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison. That would be likely capped out at 20 years. That's not to say that if Donald Trump is convicted that he would necessarily be sent to jail. It would be up to the judge in this case to sentence him at a later date. And he'd take a number of factors into consideration, including Donald Trump's lack of any prior criminal record. So there's a pretty broad expectation, at least, that even if convicted, Donald Trump would perhaps be unlikely to go to prison. But there are, of course, enormous political ramifications here too. This is not just a former president, but the presumptive Republican nominee for an election that is only around 5 months away now. I think either way, whatever the outcome, Donald Trump will try to use this to his political advantage. If he's convicted, he would argue, as he's done from the start, that he was unfairly targeted. He made a comment outside the courtroom this morning along the lines of Mother Teresa couldn't beat these charges. And if he's acquitted, or if there's a hung jury, which means that the jury couldn't reach a unanimous decision, something that could lead to a mistrial, then I think he would argue that this case from the beginning was baseless. So this might be the only one of the 4 cases, criminal cases, that Donald Trump is facing that actually concludes before the election. It could be the only one that voters really get to take into account as they make up their minds. So a lot on the line, both legally and politically, as we reach this final stage.
Yes, absolutely right. A verdict, imminent verdict with enormous legal and political implications. Jade McMillan in New York, thank you.